거사 신수.
나 가망아 주시는 거야. 가망아 주시게 이제 나한테 있었어.
Okay.
So the line 3 and 4 in the first verse of the 9th chapter says, "Therefore they must generate this wisdom who wish to have an end of suffering." So the wisdom here, as said earlier, is the wisdom which sees things, the ultimate nature of things as it is. We can also make a distinction in terms of the ignorance. Ignorance, on the one level, is ignorance about the conventional level of things, and even that is in turn rooted in the former one, which is that ignorance about the reality of things as they are. And so, because of this, we have the ultimate ignorance in relation to the conventional level of things, and ignorance in relation to ultimate nature of things. And therefore, in the Madhyamaka philosophical thought, there is this distinction between the two truths. And the true truths, which are those of the conventional truth and ultimate truth. Conventional truth is that truth which we can accept through renown, what is renowned in the world, without making any kind of analytical, critical analysis of things. Just accept the things as they are, without doing any kind of examination of them. And that is the conventional level of truth. And then when you go beyond that level, you have the nature of things, what is known as the nature of phenomena. When you go deeper into the deeper level of how they actually exist and reflect on them, then we find that there is this ultimate truth, which should be found through critical analysis of things in order to find how things really exist. And therefore, that truth is the truth, ultimate truth, in other words, the reality as it is.
Yeah. That issue there, the Shologa Anguduge, Telangik, then the Muton. 나저보다 배워서 또 송샤다 되기 어디 전문이 되가래야 아니 미나라 땅야라 거 바르버도 쳬베이나 배나 가 지다버랑 아주 미 샤잡아 미징에 미 대전지 다 잡아칭에 배나 사이언티스트 시비는 잡아치기도 와 낭좀 될 참아샤제 그 정신으로 근데도 잡아거로 자용도 저자 한데 나저버 tele지든 놈이도 가자 지든 배워다 나저버 니 시셔야 되나라 반은 배지디 셔쇼다 즉 천리배 참배 즉 심주층의 그 직디 나저버 차듯이 날 저로서 요가서 한다 직디 더 남말라 잡아치니 아니 턴내마로 로저와 턴내마 내가 가서다 똑배고는 저봐 사지 자동으로와 그래서 인도산에 낭좀 용라게 단 낭좀 될 참아셔진 고 잡아친도 되겠지 다디 난저버차 지금 배워 직샤 다 난저베 나리 야 천디버점 다 삼단 되겠지 야다 천딜레 아니 어다면 되게 배나 난저발이야 치 숙쟁기체 야 잡아치는 직지 다 숙쟁 뭐인베 지금 낭나버셔버 잡아치는 직지 배지 니 용초도가 다 낭나버셔버 잡아치는 달라양 천디장비 즉 나버셔버 걸 잡아치는 직 다야 나버셔버 다게 윤 삼단 나버셔버 any duty nearly to country or teaching you country or then they do Java that young is going to live to that the rich of a chin chick, that the rich of a machine chick, New York, Roman shadow.
And then in the third verse, it says, there are two kinds of people are to be distinguished: meditative thinkers or yogis, and ordinary folk. Now, here, with regard to this verse, we can make distinction between two different kinds of people, basically. Those who take things for granted as they are, as they see them, without making any kind of investigation or examination of them, and on the one hand, and on the other hand, those people who are beings who do critical analysis of things, for example, the scientists, who are not just satisfied with what appears to them, the apparent, what is apparent to them, but they wish to go deeper into the nature of things. And therefore, here, when we talk about the common folk or ordinary folk and the yogis, common folks are those who do not make any kind of examination of things, not any kind of critical examination of things, but take the things as they're renowned. Whereas in the yogis here can be understood as those who exert their mind on correctly on the meaning or objects that they investigate. And within the yogis, there may be, again, those who are more focusing, those who focus more on the physical level of things and do analysis of them, and those who do analysis of the mind and check what kind of thought processes and all are going on in them and so forth. And within this second category of the yogis, we can have those who are who focus mainly on the issues of this life, and on the one hand, and then on the other hand,
or something like, I think, investigate concerning our day-to-day or the experience about consciousness, emotion. Another, the very consciousness itself, so whether it come from previous continuation or not. What's the ultimate sort of cause? Right, so substantial cause. Substantial cause. There must be consciousness or particle. If consciousness come from particle, from brain, from nervous system,
neurons,
neuron, then the neuron, there is sort of physical there, no matter how subtle. But consciousness is a mere experience. So big differences. So it can be, or then from because of the unphysical thing produce physical produce mind, whether possible or not. Further investigation. Then conclusion, the physical, because of substantial cause must be physical. So similarly, mind, formless, that substantial cause must be a similar one. And that brings continuation, even just physical continuation of parent's parent. Say about 1,000 generations, then 100,000 generations. Go like that at the beginning of the forming the world or the whole universe. That also is to go further at the time of Big Bang. Time of Big Bang, also there is tremendous sort of energy. So that energy come from, there must be some physical. So continuation of this, also the substantial cause, continuation of substantial cause of this body, beginningless, very difficult to, because of the Shakwa. point to beginning. Very difficult. So of course, different form. Sometimes very subtle, and then combine different sort of particles, then new form. New form produce new form, evolution way. And then eventually, because of the dissolution, also more grosser level, also the dissolve more subtle level. Finally, a space particle. Also it's come from space particle. Like that. That's the physical body. So, this body is the continuation of the, because of the conventional, substantial cause. Very difficult to say beginning. So, consciousness, if consciousness must come from similar sort of nature, then there must be continuation of previous consciousness. So this on the level of conventional level. So when some sort of thinker is investigate about that level, then that touches previous life, and once previous life there, then automatically there must be, there will be, could be, right, next life, like that. So another category. So this is not only concerned about our day-to-day because of the consciousness or experience these things. For example, awakening state consciousness, dream state consciousness, deep sleep states consciousness, and consciousness at the time of faint. So here, we last year, the head of the head of the Yellowhead sect, his name Losanyima, great scholar. Of course, younger generation. After we came to India, and then continues to study, then become Gishi, and then gradually become head of the Yellowhead sect. Great scholar as well as good practitioner. Very good monk. I think some of you already know that. Some may not. So you see, after he died, a few days his body remained very fresh. Then I received the information his body still remained very fresh. So then I asked Delhi hospital where some equipment kept in order to carry experiment on dead body. So some machine available, also 2 people trained. So I asked them, go there. And they immediately went to South India. Then I think next, almost 2 weeks, or more than 10 days. You see, they put all the wires on dead body's head, like that. So, 니们当他的可是修人，这样新给呗，看 18 days, exact. So 18 days means how many hours? 24 hours. 18. 400. Oh, 430. So over 400 hours, you see, remain his body very fresh. So, up to now, the scientists, no explanation. That's a fact. We already noticed, right? So there must be some cause. Okay. That lady shocked. Another one, yeah. So I think such things is good. When you see some audience feel sleep, then this kind of noise is good. And also, you see, when I give some lecture, long hour, some people, you see, feel sleep, particularly the elder people. Very strong faith, but not much interest to learn. So sometimes they feel sleep. So you see, my what's called sneezing. Sneezing. Like that. Or sometimes very helpful. Wake up their sleep like that. So investigation, further investigation, different mental state at the dream time, or dream level, or deep sleep level, and faint level. Now this kind of person, this kind of sort of occasion, he clinically dead. Body function cease, brain function cease, but still body very much fresh. And as soon as some kind of meditation cease, then some liquid come, and body immediately smell. So last week, one Lama Juba, I think more than 10 days already, I did not get some information, but after I think 1 week, we sent people, same people, there, we sent. So what happened, I don't know. Cross send it again. What did it send to? What happened? So they reached there. So that person still remain there or finished? I see. So how many days? 2 weeks, huh? Like that. So these are, you see, they are subject to further investigation. So in order to know the different level of mind or energy. So even I think we, daily we experience sleep, but we do not know what's the real sort of state of mind at that time. What kind of mind at the sleep, deep sleep. Like that. So these are different category of people who just content what they see, what they experience on conventional level. Some further investigation, so 2 levels. Within that, different levels. Then here, different school of thought, of religion, of spirituality come.